sit over here.
I
just don't know how much the mic's going to pick up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, you're good.
Weird. Or you can sit in the chair and I'll sit over here.
Hey, whatever. I can sit on this.
Oh shit.
Be careful, it'll break off.
This just sounds like it's like
Okay, if this shit breaks during the interview, that's even better. Bloopers and shit.
You want to?
So don't pull long.
All right. Fucking finally. I'm like, God, am I going to get any work done today or not? Like, push back. I'm like, oh, it was a good show. And everything I needed. Record labels are going to be giving me shit on that one.
Glad to work it out.
Dude, you guys are so fucking fantastic.
Oh,
Thank you, man. You have no idea. I am singing your praises like you wouldn't believe.
Shit.
This is the second time that I've seen you. The first time was when you guys played the House of Blues a
Oh,
month
fuck.
ago.
Yeah,
At the Dark Tranquility. And I'd heard of the band, never seen you, never heard your music. I walked in and went,
Jaws.
fuck! Bought your shirt, I blew the other guys off, I did not. I was like, I want that one.
Thank you for the support, dude.
So, yeah. And just absolutely blew me away. Fantastic.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, so we're just curious, you know. I mean, I know you've probably been asked it or heard it. The name, I got to find out where the name stems from. I'm thinking like, is it like Excalibur, Exmortus, or where's this come from?
Conan and I, when we were younger, like we used to watch the Evil Dead movies, like a lot.
Okay.
And the name actually comes from Evil Dead 2, the Necronomicon Exmortus. So it's spelled differently because the Latin translation is different than how we spell it. But when we were younger, we were like thinking of like we had a bunch of fucking band names, dude, like cheesy ass ones. Like I think we were gonna be called Virus. Like it was like stupid shit. But the name comes from the Evil Dead movie, like the Necronomicon, and that's pretty much where the name came from. Yeah. And we just stuck with it. We just thought that's evil as fuck. It's like.
Yeah, that works. Hey, we're huge Bruce Campbell fans. So.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah.
Anything that guy's in, I'm like, it's Bruce.
Yeah, it's Bruce.
He shows up in like everything.
we gotta send him the album.
We gotta send him the album, yeah. Him and Sam Raimi, yeah. Sam and Sam
absolutely.
Raimi will be like, dude, you guys inspired us to do this.
Absolutely. Now, has there ever been any confusion because there was another Exmortus, like?
Oh yeah, yeah, from Chicago, I think.
Yeah,
Death Metal, like, with an I, yeah. Actually, like when we years ago, they like messaged us on MySpace. This was like MySpace time, and they were like, dude, you guys are sick, and we were like, oh, thanks, man, like. So they were cool, like, yeah, there was definitely confusion, but like they were cool about it, like as far as like what the band thought, and there hasn't really been too much as far as like press-wise, like nobody's confused us for anybody else. Every now and then, like they'll link us, like, wrong.
Right, yeah, I mean, I looked the band up and I'm like, that's not them.
Yeah, like it's pretty like
that's not who I was
we haven't been
for.
confused too much, but there has been like questioning, like, are you that Exmortus? And it's
from the 80s.
Yeah, from the 80s. Yeah, that's it.
Now, I have to say it's been some time since I've actually seen a band from LA that's impressed me as much as you guys have my attention. And I know you guys are like paying your dues. Now you just got off one tour, now you're on another tour. You're playing the shit out of everything and everywhere. What does it take to be a band in today's scene? I mean, to really, because you guys are paying your dues, I can tell.
I think it's exactly that, like being willing to pay your dues. Like a lot of bands, they hit the road and they're like, fuck this. And it's like, dude, if we said fuck this to like everything that happened, we wouldn't be here. Like we slid off the road the first week going and doing Dark Tranquility, like on the way to Canada. We slid on black ice, like I know a lot of bands that like won't even drive through the snow. So as far as like what it takes to go show to show, it's like you got to be willing to like, not saying endanger your lives or anything, but a lot of practice, a lot of it's hard work, really hard work. Yeah.
And you guys ever get discouraged in that? I mean, I know a lot of bands, I mean, like you said, what it's willing to take, but I mean, obviously you're paying your dues and you're doing it, but do you ever question it? I mean, it's like, hey, there's got to be a different way of doing this.
I think that.
I mean, well, yeah, you'll feel that. You'll feel it pretty hard, you know.
Yeah, there's times where, but it's a brief.
Like when you need a shower.
Yeah, it is.
No, what it's like, for example, like we were driving and the fucking bearings like on our van were like melting apparently because there was something wrong, so it wasn't rotating right, so pretty much the wheel was coming loose. And it's like when you're doing shit like that and you're just like, fuck, this van could like just flip over, like the times like that, it's like, what the fuck, like, is this really worth dying?
And there's so many bands out there anyways. I mean, do you find it difficult trying to compete and stand out amid, I mean, especially in LA, do you know?
Oh, yeah.
There's like bands everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's constant. I mean, I think since we've been doing it for a while, it's kind of like, it's not really it's in the back of our heads at this point. But that definitely is like something that is in the thought process of like, fuck, there's tons of bands, like how many bands do you think there are in like a few blocks radius from the whiskey? Like, I'm pretty sure if you went like knocking on a few houses, you're like, yeah, I'm in a band. So that's like, just alone, the radius around here is just
People are so small because they get bands all the time. It's really hard.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen so many bands and I'm just like, oh, they suck.
You gotta chop
Like, when's
head
it
off
gonna
on
be?
stage
That's
and
why I
shit
was
to
like
impress
really
them.
surprised when I saw you guys.
Oh shit!
When you say chop somebody's head.
Oh, like you gotta chop someone's head off.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta chop someone's fucking head off on stage, like to impress people, or play guitars behind each other's backs.
yeah.
You know, like do some shit.
And you guys are extremely skilled in what you do. When we were downstairs, doing the show, talking to your mom and your grandma and all that. Oh yeah, you got music lessons and all that. So yeah, tell me about that. I mean, how do you achieve what you do with all the new classical playing and the tiny team and the Destruction tour manager's like, yeah, I saw him out there and he's like playing Bark at the Moon from Ozzy.
Yeah, we always play.
He's like, they're playing that on this tour. I'm gonna make them because it was just like perfect. I don't think Jakey Lee could play this game.
I'm the hugest fan of Jakey Lee. I mean, I saw him in every, like, if anybody asks me who your influences are, it's like Jakey Lee first, and then Yngwie, Randy Rhoads, you know. But I don't know, Jake's always a good part for, like, if he's been a big part of my plans because of the way he plays, just with his rights and the way he plays. I don't know, it's just some shit that.
No, I've always agree with that. I mean, I like Rhoads. Jakey Lee, because my favorite Ozzy album is Ultimate Sin. Now, he may hate that album.
That is my favorite album.
That's David's.
Which is weird because I went on my way to buy that vinyl and I wanted him to sign it when he played here with that Red Dragon Cartel. Why did he get to make it out? I don't know. Jake ever sees this.
Number one fan out here.
You're number one, bro. Number one.
So what is it? I mean, what kind
guitars,
of skill?
well, Conan has, he's fucking taught me so much. I mean, because he's ridiculous, you know. He does a lot, like, for this band. Him and Lauren, you know, like, fucking crazy. And, you know.
I mean, you have formal training, you took lessons, but I mean,
well, I mean, those lessons were, like, not even, you know, it was like learning how to play a song. You know what I mean? I didn't really learn anything about, like, music theory or anything like that. Like, it was pretty much he taught me, like, how to hold a guitar and how to play some songs, and the rest I learned on my own. And then I picked up so many bad habits, you know, like not picking right and you know, not alternate picking and shit. And all those bad habits were like seen by Conan when I first joined, you know. And he was like, what the fuck? Do that again, that's so shit, you know, like, because he's just so clean and technical that I had to fucking raise the game, you know. It's like I had to raise the bar for myself, like, to become, like, you know, to be able to play with him. So, like, you know, because he's always been like a big brother to me, so it's like, even in high school and shit, right? And then, well, I mean, and also just practice. Just continuously practicing and practice. I mean, and also the way to play, like the performance and shit too. Like, when we practice in the garage and stuff, we practice like we're playing the show. You know, not just like, nobody's sitting down except for this guy.
Yeah. I'm always sitting on my...
If he could stand and play drums, he'd fucking do it. I know he would. But yeah, it's like just going, you know, just go into it full force no matter what.
Very cool, very cool. So, like, how many hours a day? How many days a week?
Well, I mean, lately because we're on tour, it's like.
Yeah, when you're not on
fair.
tour.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll keep the guitar in like my hand, right? And like.
So you have no social life because you're always playing guitar.
Well, I have some social life. I'll take the guitar with me, you know.
Did your girlfriend ever get mad about that? I've always.
No, lately she's been wanting to learn how to play bass. I've been teaching her how to play bass and shit. So.
See, like every girl that's ever been in a guitar player, they like him until like they won't put the guitar down.
Oh yeah, you're not showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, pick me up.
Yeah.
Instead of picking up the guitar.
Stop playing her, start playing me.
Now, how did the incorporation of like that classical element come into play? I mean, was it a conscious decision that you wanted to include that, or just something that naturally happened?
Well, I mean, I think, you know, when they first started writing, like, Axis of War was the first shit I heard, and that shit's like super neoclassical. I mean, you know, you could ask Conan, but I mean, we all have like, our love for classical music, like Beethoven and Bach and all that. That's what inspired the Moonlight Sonata cover on your album, you know.
Oh yeah, we play that in stuff.
Oh shit.
That's a big part. And then we love Ingve. We love Ingve. Yeah, it's like
If anybody ever sees this, you want a donut?
you want a donut?
You want a donut?
We know you love donuts.
Yeah.
So you kind of came into the scene, but you were obviously a fan.
Yeah, I was a big fan of those.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like we're from the same city. And they went to the same high school, yeah, but I was a little bit younger, so I saw them at the Red Cross one time, and I was like, I was a freshman, and it just fucking blew me away, you know. I was like, this fucking music rocks, the show rocks, and I wish I could be in that band, and then I'm fucking in this band now. It's like, it's cool as fuck. I like it.
And you guys have landed on. I mean, we've seen you on two pretty big tours just recently. I mean, this is something. How do you get your foot in the door on those things? I mean, are people calling you, or you have to like track them down? And
It's a little bit of both.
it's all about who you know, or
It's all like a little bit of everything. Like we got some opportunities simply based on like doing it for so long. Like the band's been around for like I think at this point like over 10 years. So a lot of dudes have been like, dude, I remember seeing you guys this age or this venue, and like now you guys are getting older, you guys are getting tighter. Like I think you guys are ready, you know, to start doing some bigger tours, bigger packages, bigger shows. So a lot of it was like 50-50. Some of it was like luck. Some of it was like preparation and kind of like knowing the right people. But a lot of it is just kind of like Mark, exactly. Like Mark, honestly, like if we want to like narrow it down, like Marco, I think is like probably the sole reason that we're doing what we're doing. Is for years, like a lot of people are like either you're too young, you don't sound like anything that we can market, or it's just like the band is not what we're into. And Marco, since we came out with our first album, he's been always in touch, always like, you know, you guys are, see the potential in the band. And we started working with him, and pretty much all this kind of came from that.
the man's got a head on his shoulders.
Yeah, Marco.
And I gotta say all this stuff because I interned at Central Media
Oh,
for
shit.
a while. And Marco, this is for you. I will never ever not shake your hand again. He was so fucking intimidating. He walks by and he hands his hand out. I was like, I'm like working there, but I was just kind of like, and he's like, oh, okay, you know. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Build a bridge there, man. And I recently had some contact who goes, yeah, I remember. And I'm like,
Shit, you were right. I never forgot. I never forgot.
so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I thought that was impressive.
No, Marco, if you're watching this, I just saw you last night, but thank you so much. Yeah, it's
Number one fan. No,
Yeah, no, Mark. Honestly, like a lot of Marco has helped us out so much. Yeah, I hope he knows that we really value his.
Very cool. Very cool. So, you know who you know and all that, and you know you're getting. I guess you're getting to know more people. And so, what's the next big thing? I mean, these tours. I mean, what's next on the agenda for the band? And what are you guys wanting to get into? Like, where's that you haven't achieved yet, but where you want to go?
We had a chance to go to Germany in like '08. If we could go back to Europe.
Did you do rockin'?
No, we got offered to play Party Song. I don't know if you're familiar with that festival. It's like a death. It's like they had like Bolt Thrower and like Unleashed, like a lot of like death metal bands, like underground death metal bands. I think for a festival like that, it's not like whacking or anything, or Hellfest or anything, but it's got like a lot of like death metal. If we could go to Europe, that would be sick.
Yeah, that's a major fucking.
Or any like Japan would be insane.
Yeah, it's funny because like seems like all the European bands are trying to get here, and all the American bands are trying to get there.
Yeah.
Everybody says
Everybody
we sound fucking European, anyways.
Yeah.
True, and you know, I mean, we gotta make
But I like
references
that.
to like the whole Nordic thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
You know?
No, I mean, I don't know. It was funny because like people were saying like, man, I thought you guys were like 6'5" Norwegian fucking dudes, and it's like I'm like fucking 5'6" and tan.
And we'll kind of talk about that for a minute. The lyrical themes, of course, the imagery. It's very medieval, warlike type stuff. You got that Nordic, you know, whole Viking type
warrior
thing going, stuff like that. You know, touches of black metal, whatever you might think. How do you arrive at that? Again, was this something you guys
A lot
just morphed into, or said we're going to be this kind of
fantasy, man. Like I think starting the band at a younger age, we kind of were into like Conan, a lot of like Frank Frazetta art. You can kind of tell.
Really, I just couldn't pick that up. Just from the names.
No, I know, yeah. Like, yeah, seriously. Yeah, a lot of like, you know, a lot of stuff was just like, we played a lot of video games that were like Champions of Norath. I don't know, it's nerd shit. Fucking exactly. It's like, yeah, a lot of people haven't heard of it. And it's the stuff that we were into. It's like, growing up, there's pictures of us, of Conan and I, in like, we made costumes, like medieval costumes, like. So yeah, it's been from the get-go.
That's nerdy, man.
Yeah, it's nerdy. Yeah, we're nerds. We are fucking nerds.
God bless the nerds, man.
Yeah.
Without nerds, there wouldn't be metal.
No,
That's what we're
yeah, Corpse Grinders, and you play like World of Warcraft, like religiously. Yeah, it's like you gotta have the nerd in you.
Yeah, camera person. She's a World of Warcraft person.
Yeah, World of Warcraft. Wow.
So I think you got like 4 characters going at the same time.
I have 9, 10.
10.
Fuck. Why? You have a computer on hand, are you playing on the?
No, I have it with me.
Not
but
Oh, yeah,
I can take breaks.
So, I guess the last question I have for you guys, and I'll let you guys go because I know it's late.
Oh, no, it's all good, man.
Is you know, there's struggles, there's good things. I mean, this was a great show tonight. It was sold out, it was packed. You know, you're paying your dues like that. You know, and I, you know, in the immediate future, I mean, you guys are what you're going to do further. What's the immediate thing, the next plan? Are you guys going to jump on a tour? Working on
Right now, nothing.
writing new stuff?
Yeah, like we were constantly always jamming. Like, you know, we're always jamming stuff out. So that's pretty immediate. Everything else is like honestly up in the air. Like hopefully within the next month we can, hopefully at the end of the year, like kind of book touring wise, and hopefully we can do another album at the end of the year. We want to kind of try to get them like pretty consistent.
And how? I mean, and please be honest. You know, like how do you feel that you fare with what else is out there? You know? I mean, you're playing with Destruction, you're playing with Christine, you're playing with Dark Tranquility.
You know, like a shit out of my phone. Testament to like how we fit in is because like when we play with Dark Tranquility, I kind of know how the fans are gonna take us. You know, it's like they're really melodic, and we're kind of like
Oh, it's perfect.
awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You guys rock.
See you guys.
Always remember to rock.
To rock, yeah, and roll.
Volume 4. Black Sabbath socks.
Black Sabbath.
Had to buy them. Saw them today. Had to buy them.
Nice.
Nice. We get them
All
safe.
right.